Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel. I am Nikki with Jess Ford and welcome to my office. Just kidding. Today we're doing a video that I think could be really useful to people, especially in the rural areas that we live in Eastern Washington, because we are talking about mice. No matter how hard we try, sometimes it just happens and a mouse likes to build a nest or live in your vehicle. So I wanted to do this video because looking at the cabin air filter or checking under your seats or checking at the spare tire is something that you can do. If you are comfortable and have the safety tools needed to clean up after a mouse, it's much less expensive than taking it to a dealership or having a technician clean it up for you. Now, if you have no want or need to clean it up yourself, have someone else do it. I'm just trying to save you some money and teach you how to do it yourself or to inspect and see if you do have a mouse. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is how do you know if you have a mouse in your vehicle? Sometimes you don't know. Sometimes you see physical sign, you see mouse droppings, you see like shredded things, but sometimes you honestly have no idea other than smell. There's no way to explain the smell of a mouse being in your cabin air filter and building a nest there. Sometimes you just have to smell it to know exactly what it is. There is no denying the smell of a mouse in your vehicle. So when you do smell that, you want to take immediate action, because the longer you allow a mouse to be in your vehicle, the more damage it can actually do. More modern vehicles use a soy-based insulation on wiring, and shocker, mice love it. They just love to munch on it. It's no bueno. So you want to get rid of the mouse as soon as you smell it, see it, or have any sign of a mouse being in your vehicle. Okay, so some common places that mice typically like to nest and stay warm are the cabin air filter, which is behind the glove box, under the seats. If you have children or if you have food in your vehicle, they obviously love food. So under the seats, spare tire compartment, and obviously under the hood. There are plenty of spots for them to hide and nest under the hood. But probably the most common area is going to be the cabin air filter behind your glove box, which I'm going to show you how to get behind that glove box on an Explorer. If you have a different Ford vehicle that you want to know how to get behind, let me know and I can show you in a YouTube short or a TikTok or something like that. I'd love to help you out. But let's go behind the glove box and I'll show you how to check your cabin air filter. Okay, so when you open your glove box, I'm going to grab you. So right here, you are going to lift up. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Okay, perfect. And get it out of its little compartment. Perfect. See how there's two different sizes? You're going to want to lift it up this direction and get it right here and then just pull it out. Then we are going to want to take these. We're going to want to push from behind. And I find it easier to use a screwdriver and get that. And then we're going to do the same. Let me switch hands. Ignore my junk in there. Okay, so now that we've gotten those two out, I'm just going to dump it all down. Oh boy. And then your cabin air filter is actually going to be right here. There's going to be a screw right here and a screw right there. Okay, so we are going to unscrew this one-handed. Okay, can't lose that screw. Okay, got the screw. Set it down. And then there's this little thing I'm just going to push out and boom. That is where the mice like to hide, is in the cabin filter. Sometimes they get food like dog food and they build a nest right there. So that is the number one spot I would check first. And then let's go to the engine so I can show you the common places that they hide there. Honestly, mice will hide wherever they can under the hood. So firewall, fuse boxes, under the engine cover, batteries, anywhere they can build a nest, that is what they're gonna do. Let's see, the cowl area, which is underneath like the windshield or on the bottom of the windshield, that's a super popular spot. A lot of people put mesh so that mice cannot get in there. Okay, so another area is where your spare tire is. I'm gonna put, this is like my emergency kit, and they like to bury down and nest in here. No signs of mice in here, thank goodness. But another good place to look. And then another area is obviously, like I mentioned, under the seats. There are all sorts of goodies for them to munch on, crumbs, kids snacks, the soy insulation, the carpet. There's just a whole bunch of stuff that they can munch on under there. So now that I've covered kind of like where they could hide, what's the damage, or what should I be looking out for? What does a mouse look like if it's in my vehicle? Some things that you want to obviously look out for are mouse poop. When you look under your hood, normally it's dusty, especially in Eastern Washington and our rural farm towns, but you can look for actual mouse tracks, obviously mouse nests, but you want to look out for chewed wires, chewed carpet areas, chewed connectors, stuff like that. And honestly, sometimes the signs, the warning signs of a mouse being in your vehicle are not visible until a warning sign comes up on your dash. Like I had mentioned, they do like chewing wires. That's when the warnings on your dashboard come up, is when they start chewing those wires. Sometimes it's the cameras stop working. Sometimes it is check sensor warning that comes up. Sometimes your vehicle won't start. That's honestly why it's really important, from the moment that you see mouse sign or smell mouse sign, you need to get it out immediately, because the damage can be really, really bad and really, really expensive if it comes down to them damaging wires, sensors, things like that. For safety, we definitely want gloves. We want to protect our hands when we're touching where mice have been. Why? Because mice are gross. Bio. They're just gross. We want a mask because we're breathing in their byproducts. Disgusting, I know. We want to make sure we wash our hands immediately after cleaning up after them. We don't want to vacuum dry feces, because when you vacuum it up, what comes out of a vacuum? The air of the stuff that you just vacuumed. And we don't want feces dust everywhere. Okay, so next is, how do you clean up a mouse nest? If you have zero urge to clean it up on your own, bring it into the dealership, have them fix it. But if you want to save money, do it yourself, honestly. All you need, like I said, safety first, gloves, mask. If you want to wear eye protection, that's fine. But when you find the nest, wearing your gloves, remove as much of the nest out as you can and immediately throw it away. Put it in a bag that you can tie shut and then throw it in the trash, but get as much out as you can. And then using a disinfectant spray all around, let it sit for 10-15 minutes, wipe it down as much as you can, and then clean the area where the nest was very, very thoroughly. If it was in the cabin air filter behind the glove box, change your cabin air filter, because if there were any like urine or poop or anything that the mouse touched on your cabin air filter, let's be honest, do you want to breathe that in? I know I don't. I know I don't want my kids to breathe it in. So change the cabin air filter if that's where it was located. So now let's move into mouse prevention. Now there's absolutely no foolproof. So there's no way to 100% prevent mice, but there are some helpful ways to limit mouse exposure. So one, drive your vehicle regularly. If your vehicle is constantly moving, mouse don't want to be in there. But if it's sitting for a long time, why wouldn't they want to make a nest in there? So drive regularly. If you're next to like a grassy area, I'm not talking about a lawn, but tall grass, mow it consistently. If you can, park in a shop or garage or indoors somehow, and also add traps to those storage areas to limit the mice in there. Make sure and remove food inside your vehicle. Now, if you have kids like I do, there are snacks that sometimes get dropped. So you need to make sure that you are consistently vacuuming or cleaning up those crumbs, snacks, whatever it is, because you're just inviting mice to come in to get that food. Now, some people have said that they've used dryer sheets and it deters mice. Some people use the Irish Spring bar soap. Some people use peppermint oil or essential oils. There's rodent deterrent bags that you have to change out like every 30 days. Now, none of these are 100% repellent of mice. Some work better than others, but let me know what you use, if you use anything, and how well it's worked. Good or bad, I want to hear about it. I hope this video was educational for you. If it left more questions and answers, drop them in the comments below so I can help answer them. If you want more detail on how to reach the cowl area on your 22 F-150 or whatever it is, go ahead and email me at marketing@justford.com and I can get some answers to you. Again, I so appreciate you watching this video and I hope it was pertinent to you. Again, I'm Nikki with Just Ford and thank you for watching.